he rages at you. Oh my god. This video is brought to you by EA Game Changers. I'm not being paid, they just sent me the pack early. Now that that's out of the way, I have a very important announcement. I don't think you understand. Okay, everyone please direct your attention to this large cow plant. Now, as many of you may know, after many years of crying about it, after me desperately whining about wanting to name cow plants, in an update last year, they made it so that you can name your large cow plants. And when you do, it defaults to the name Little Simsy. Much like when you name one of the teddy bears, it like defaults to Blarfy. You can change this to whatever you want, but it defaults to Little Simsy. So in the new paranormal pack, they added this little tiny cow plant. And I made a joke about how they were like, oh, Kayla's gonna hate this pack, let's add a cow plant to appease her. And then they did. And when I was messing around in build mode, I noticed that you can't size it down. Like the cow plant stays the same size, which I assume meant the cow plant would move. It's sort of like how you can't size down candles because the flame stays where it is because it's still animated. So I went into game to test it and like see if the thing moves. And when I did, I noticed you could name it. And look at what it defaults to. So anyway, I was very excited about this last night. I couldn't wait to tell you. Pack review, 11 out of 10, best pack of The Sims 4. That's not true. Truthfully, I haven't had this pack for very long. The embargo was very short this time. Like, I played this pack for the first time at 10 p.m. last night. I played from like 10 until midnight and built a house. And then I played a little bit this morning, but now it's 10 a.m. and I'm recording this video to go up today because we had less than 24 hours until the embargo lifted. So usually I would play a pack a little bit longer and have more like feedback for you. This is more of a first impressions type video. It would seem a little disingenuous to be like, yes, you should buy this pack when all I've done is build with it. Although, I must be honest, I think the build in this pack is some of my favorite. I'll show you a little bit of it now. I was a little bit worried going into this paranormal stuff pack because in my mind I heard like paranormal pack, haunted house. I was getting like major vampires vibes from it. And don't get me wrong, vampires has really cool build stuff and really cool cast stuff. Like I think that pack is really well done. I just don't use that like old mansion type furniture very often. Like in my mind, this house is a haunted house. We're into a little bit of an ugly one. So when I heard haunted house pack, I was like, are we gonna get more furniture that's like this? Because these windows are really cool. The brick is really cool. The fences are great. Like there's so many cool haunted house type items. Like look at this room. You know, it definitely fits that vibe. And so I was like, oh, I barely use this stuff. Like it's a cool chair, but you know, I don't put this sort of furniture in every build that I make. So I was kind of like, ooh, what's the pack gonna be like? But they went a very different direction with the build in this pack. It's still like older type furniture. It still kind of fits that haunted vibe, but it's from a different era. It's not like spooky Victorian mansion. It's like more 1920s mansion, but also kind of like boho looking, a little bit of 70s vibes. Like it's very different from this, which I was very pleased about. I know that all of Willow Creek kind of has like New Orleans vibes. Honestly, a lot of this furniture kind of fits that in my mind. Like for example, this house doesn't look exceptionally haunted, but it could. And a lot of the furniture feels like it would be placed in a house like this one. And I like that. I can see myself using a lot of these things and not just in like haunted houses, just in general. So let's game, shall we? I won't bore you with everything, I'll just show you some notables. But for example, the chair game is very strong with this pack. I mean, we could see from the trailer it was going to be good, but I was very impressed with these items. Like, for example, this chair, I think this is so beautiful. I'm going to use this in, like, every build. I'm not kidding. And they've got a really good selection of swatches, I think. The chair's not the best example, but I like the color scheme they went for with these. Like, these chairs, I think, have really, really nice, fun swatches. And I like that they have these sort of pattern ones that are a little bit more toned down. You know, that you can use this fun pattern, but still have a nice, like, neutral toned down color scheme. But they also have some really bold ones if you want. And this couch, I love this couch. I want this couch in real life. It looks so cozy. And the swatches are so nice. Like that pink one, look at that. This is gonna work so well in so many houses. I am so excited about this. You've got a matching chair for both of them as well. And like the patterns are just so nice on those. Look at that. And then of course you got some more neutral, like fun colors, but neutral ones. That's a nice blue chair. This chair is pretty. I don't know. I was really pleased with this pack and the furniture, like I said. The plants. We have this hanging plant, which is incredible. Look at how nice with the ivy hanging down. Oh, good plant. Of course, the mini cow plant. We have this palm. And then you have a couple of these little floral arrangements. And I was excited about these two because they're both kind of cheap. This thing's only 45 simoleons, which is on the cheapest end. Like this base game plant is also 45 simoleons. So it gives you some like more options of cheap decorations that I think is very useful for starter homes. I mean, it's less than this thing costs. And I use these two in all my builds because they're like cheap, easy table centerpieces, but this is super cheap and really really pretty. So I look forward to that as well. The rug, major standout for me. It's a really good size rug. My favorite rug size, in fact. Now, this might sound silly, but in my mind, this is the best rug size. I like to use this rug and this rug and this rug all for that reason, because it is the perfect rug size to fit the couches that I want to use. Like that living room layout, that is my dream living room layout. This is what is perfect in my mind. This rug also fits a decent sized table in the middle of it and the chairs around it without like the rug being too small. It's the best rug size. And look, the swatches are pretty. This is like a nice muted pattern. It's white, but it's still fun and patterned. And then you have some really fun color swatches too, like the yellow rug. We don't have any like nice big yellow rugs really. We have one from City Living that's like massive, and we have like a polka dot one. But I don't know, when I think of these yellow rugs, I think of like this one and like this one, which is really nice, but they're a little bit harder to use. This size is just better. And it's like kind of traditional looking, but also could fit, and it's a nice rug. It's a good rug. Also, a highlight is little tea tray candle on it. There's a similar thing in Tiny Living that I use like all the time. Just like a coffee table tray with like a plant and some candles. I put this on like every single coffee table now. It is very nice to have another one. And this one has a little teapot on it. Like, look how nice that is. I'm really excited about this item. One more and then I'll stop. I'm sorry. This thing is beautiful. I love the swatches on this. I like actually want to own this in my real life house. I think that this swatch is so pretty. I'm sorry, the wall sconce too. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Oh, and the wallpaper. Look at this. The swatches on this. This is that exact like muted pattern that I've been looking for. Look at how beautiful. I can see myself using this in like every build. Like this white swatch is so pretty. And we have a new flooring as well. It's only 4 simoleons and it's really fancy. They don't have a ton of wood swatches. Like most of them are colored, but there's a couple wood swatches. Then you also have like some funky colors, which honestly is kind of fun. We don't have a ton of colored wood. We have a lot of wood floors though. So I'll take some like fun options if I can get them. So this is what I built with the pack. It's a little bit gray and cloudy outside. I guess it's kind of fitting. Now I know the red and brown is a weird combo, but I kind of liked it and it reminded me of the house that I just showed you. And so I built this sort of style. I use a little bit of vampires and a little bit of base game and then also the pack obviously. So here's an example of some of this furniture kind of in action. I really, oh, the mailbox is inside. Okay, that's a bit haunted if you ask me. Whoops. But I really like it. Like this rug, oh no, sorry. See, I was just testing if the cow plant danced to music. It doesn't. But this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, sorry, false alarm. Sorry. Anyway, I think that this combo it looks so nice together. I've got a little like seance table room off the living room, kitchen, dining room, bathroom, and then upstairs there's 3 bedrooms. One of them is abandoned. But I had a lot of fun making this. I think the new furniture is so cool, and I was definitely using color schemes that I don't normally try. I don't think it looks great, but I think it looks a little eclectic, which is obviously the vibe the pack is going for. And honestly, I think the vampires furniture fits in really seamlessly. Like this is a vampire's lamp. This vampire's rug totally matches like the style of this rug, I feel like. The vampire's cabinets, I never used this swatch, so I tried to use them. The like toilet and sink, I mean, some of it kind of works really well with this house. I honestly really loved this dining room. This is my favorite room in the house, I think. I enjoyed this. I really like this build. I'll post this being built soon, don't worry. But what I really wanted to do today was torment the Pancake family. It is about time they get what they deserve. I haven't touched the gameplay yet, so this will be some first impressions for you. Because I have literally only built houses. I came in last night, I looked at all the cast and build items, and then I was like, okay, build a haunted house. And then I spent like 2 hours on it, and then it was midnight, and I wanted to go to bed. So this is a first impressions gameplay look. Again, the pack comes out on Tuesday. I've only had the pack for like 12 hours. This is not a comprehensive review. You can come back in a couple days for that one. I need some time. So now you can change any residential lot into a haunted house lot. Much like you can change into a tiny home, you can make your house haunted. There is something special about this place. While living in a haunted house adds a bit of extra risk, it's not without its rewards. Just a fair warning, things are gonna get weird. Good luck. And then when you do that, it adds a bunch of lot features. Guidry the Ghost will assist us. Specters will appear at night. Specters have haunted treasure on them. There's paranormal activity. There's accursed objects. It's alive. Oh, each successful night yields reward store points for all Sims. Okay. Aspiring investigators welcome. You can become a paranormal investigator. And this one, a bunch of question marks. She's coming for you. Which I find very concerning, but I look forward to it. Now again, I don't really know what to expect, although I suppose we could purchase some items to prepare ourselves. How about a palm tree on the patio? The one thing I buy, I'm like, how about a palm tree? I think some haunted portraits would do us good. Now, I really enjoyed reading the item descriptions on these. Paranormal investigator, beloved flirt, and paranormal entity. Perished in an untimely Murphy bed accident. And a lot of the items, they kind of give you some insight into the story of this guy, Drew the Ghost Guy. For example, his favorite chair. On nights when he wasn't out on the town with the ladies and gents, he could be found in his favorite chair. A lover of love, Guidry spent many evenings by the fire entertaining his romantic conquests, though eventually he would move on to the love seat. Wink. They always have funny object descriptions, but some of these they take the cake. A hanging plant. Honestly, that room's pretty nice when it's updated with the new stuff. It looks good. Look at that table. Okay, I don't know what color scheme to put in these rooms. There, I think we're successfully prepared for the evening. Why does he keep turning my lights off? Is that because it's haunted? It's like stop! I'm trying to sleep through the night. Go. Oh no! Already? What? Oh no! Kate, are you okay? Wait, is the ghost like Oh, he looked cute for a second. Look, he's so little and grumpy. Hi, buddy. And then he rages at you. Oh my god. Yeah, scare away those visitors. Thank you. No welcome wagon. Go home. Are you both cooking? Eliza, this is cute. Their last, peaceful dinner. The calm before the storm. Ah. Welcome. In a cruel twist of fate, you've ended up in a haunted house, possibly by the hands of some malevolent mastermind controlling your every action. I have no idea who that is. It couldn't be me. Maybe make the most of it. Surely there's a good reason to be here. I can handle this. You're feeling somewhat courageous. Any rational mind would be afraid, but hey, you do you. Oh dear. I guess we just watch out. Are they both feeling confident? Ready for anything, from stepping foot on a haunted house. I'm communing with the departed. I like how he's just in his robe. Acquired the medium skill. Oh. What? You overhear the sound of chewing on the other end. They may not realize their mic is on. What? Oh, that was the sound of a baby crying. Oh, that's a little bit creepy. Oh, I was not anticipating that. Okay. What? The lights flickered. You saw that, right? It's always just okay with you people, not are you okay? Oh no, Bob just wanted to talk to the dead, but all they got were feels. Oh, wait, oh no. Eliza can't help but notice this place is a little haunted. I like how the haunted is capital H. This is a capital H haunted house. I haven't seen the scared motion yet. Just by the way, this isn't the base game now. Obviously, she's scared because of something that happened in the pack, but base game Sims can also get scared now. They added that in the update yesterday. Seems like nothing that bad has happened. Ah! Oh dear. Oh, hi little guy.
Looks like a friendly ghost.
Very happy haunts.
Looks like a friendly ghost.
Sing in harmony. Well done. Specters will be friendly. Paranormal activity is reduced. No. Offer soul. Bob is terrified. What if he dies? Look. Give a gift to the ghostie. Oh. Losing a piece of your soul isn't the most pleasant feeling. At least that specter